Good afternoon, y'all. Samantha, Sam Am, Swirls, Swags, Decor, welcome. Y'all, we're going to finish up our Nutcracker. I am so excited. I got a lot of things to show you and tell you and do. All right. If you're on this part right here, you're probably on the replay. Type in replay. Tell me where you're from. I'm on the east side of Birmingham, Alabama, where it's nice and cold now. Winter has arrived, but he'll be gone again soon. It'll be summertime next week again. But anyway, tell me what your weather's like. I know a lot of people getting snow, and we ain't got none. I don't want none of that white stuff. I don't even want it to be as cold as it is. But anyway, because it hurts my bones. Oh, I forgot to put a Band-Aid on. But anyway, y'all, I burnt my finger, last week? It's about healed. But then he cut his hand and come in here, and I was trying to fix him, and then he scratched it with his fingernail. Like, because I try to go without a Band-Aid until I work in here because it needs to heal. Y'all, I love our drum. I should have put the attachment things, pipe cleaners on it before I started, but I didn't. Before I finished it, actually, before you actually put on your felt or your, in this case, glitter foam sheets. I could have poked a hole and had it inside. But anyway, it'll be fine. You're never going to see it. It's going to be in the wreath. But it matches his drum perfectly. And y'all, I was so thrilled. I know I posted. I don't know who's seen it. Hello, Miss Shirley. I don't know who's seen this. But the glitter foam sheets, right, matches the glitter I literally had on hand. I just bought from the Hoblob, oh God, last month or so. And I was so ecstatic that it matched perfect, because I'm going to just tell you now, the glitter gods was with me. While y'all are jumping on, let me see if I can find us, because Facebook, they like to play games. So let me reload. And how are y'all doing today? It is cold here. I don't know what to say. Hold on, let me get my eyeballs, y'all. I went to the eye doctor the other day. It says 66. It feels colder in the house. Y'all don't look at my hair day. Okay. So anywho. Okay. I went to the eye doctor. I had cataract removed from both eyes. Why not? So anyway. He told me I had astigmatism in, I think, the left eye. I don't know for sure. It doesn't, I used to have astigmatism forever and ever growing up, I say growing up, young, adult, but that's what I always thought was my problem. But then I found out it was the cataract. Hello, Colette. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining. Sam and everyone, it's cold here. I bet it is. You're way up north. She's in Pennsylvania. Where are you at, Colette? I know I see you all the time. I think you're in our group on RK, I think. I see you everywhere, Damon, and I don't care where I go, you're there, Colette. It's cold here. Just stopping by to say hi, because I'm leaving. Okay, you go get you some nice dinner. Hey, y'all. All right, Shirley. You know where the replay is. Y'all, this here is called Tarnished. It came from the Hobby Lobby. I did make a post because I was so excited. I can't believe it literally matches the foam sheet from Ginger's, which is the Glitzy Creations by Ginger. Y'all, it is like identical. And so I made, these are going to be our drumsticks. I left a little bit sticking out, and I did the glitter. This is foam balls, styrofoam balls, and I just glittered them, Mod Podged it, and then I put Mod Podge on it again so the glitter don't come off. But y'all, you really, they're perfect. Perfect match. So I do want to put this together first, and then we're going to make it, put our drum and all that. I also got to put ribbon tails on this wreath. And I wasn't real sure what color I wanted to use. But I did find at Hobby Lobby the other day the ribbon that I really like. Well, a ribbon that I really like that they have. I think it's the exact same. Didn't I put it in that bow? Where did I do my bow? I didn't put it in that bow. But anywho, this is that black and it's all the color glitter. I thought I did. Hold on, I'll show it. And if you do buy ribbon from the Hoblob, make sure if you're making bows, it does say wired. If it don't say wired on the outside package, it ain't wired. But this is, I don't know, that is not. I don't think that is the same, because the other one held a lot better than that. Where the what? Where the what? I was so excited. I could have swore I put some in this bow. Hold on. But I didn't. Maybe because I didn't have it a little bit. Anywho, I don't think that's the same because the other ribbon does not. It's got a little more perk to it than that. I'm just trying. I thought I had a little piece left. I don't know. Maybe it'll be okay. It is. Okay. I don't know. Hang on. Let me see if it's right there. I'm like, did I buy the wrong one? Did I? No, it's the same. Let's see if it does the same, though. You know, it could be a different... It's the same color and everything. This one just seems more stiff. You know what I mean? It seems more stiff. That one does not... It doesn't have the same stiffness. And I done tore the label off on the sides. It's the same exact color pattern. But this one, when you touch it, you can feel it's thick. This one is like thin. Why not? Because everything's changing. All right, so let's get busy because I do want to cut some tails. I want to get them in. I think I'm going to use this in the ribbon tails. I'm a little disappointed that this is not as thick, but oh well. Disappointments every day, y'all. All right, so thank y'all for joining. Hope you're there. Hope you're watching. I really love how this is coming together. I'm very excited for one because, I mean, you know, we made the drum on the live, and then I worked on the drumsticks here by myself this past week because I've had doctor's appointments, and I've had my oldest little pet died. So anyway, there's been all that kind of stuff going on. All right, so let's start with our ribbon tails. Now this wreath frame came from Hobby Lobby, and it only has 15 ties. So I'm going to put the same two, I think, around the whole thing. And I'm thinking about putting this one, because this is normally, you know, in a Nutcracker top wreath. It's just the diamond shape. It's not, well, it's sort of like a harlequin, I guess. I guess it would be considered harlequin. I had a piece of it left too. Y'all got all pieces. I'm trying to use what I do have, but I had a piece left. Anywho, no big deal. It's nothing. Trying to find all the things. I was debating on whether to put this in, the green and red. And it's still an option. I don't know who's all on or just watching, but I'm okay. I think we're going to go with the black and white and then that black with all the colors. And so that's what we're going to do. I may make another bow once we get the ribbon tails on, get our Nutcracker on there. Then we'll know, because I got one bow. I was thinking about putting another. I may or may not. It depends on how much real estate we have left. Let me just set this to the side for time being. I don't know if y'all seen my post either about my rhinestoning. It was my first, but it was fun. Everything's got a learning curve, right? All right, so let's do this. Let's do our let's put our glue and stuff so it'll be cooling while we do the ribbon tails and all. I mean, obviously it ain't gonna take long. I did put one on the bottom as well on each side, just in case I need to stabilize that, but I'm not certain I'll need it. So I'm not gonna glue the bottom one in yet. I am gonna do the two side ones because I just ain't sure. You know, sometimes just the two on each side will be fine, but depending on where it's got to go in the wreath, you know, you might need that bottom as a stabilizer. So I do have it stapled in, and these are my 20-inch from Decor pipe cleaners. So I like that. So I'm just going to put my glue, hot glue, over my staples and pipe cleaner. And then I've already pre-cut some felt and hot glue. Love each other. Let me get my little pressy things. I done burnt my finger. I need to get me a Band-Aid put on there real quick. Hold on, because anything I bump with my... It's doing better. If y'all seen that hot mess. God, that hurt bad. But that spray that I showed y'all, it's a burn spray from Walmart. And it just takes that fire. It's got lidocaine, I think it said in it. So it takes that fire burn out of it pretty quick. All right, let's let that cool. And once it does, then I'll twist the pipe cleaners around, you know, on the backside. And if I need to do the bottom, once we get it in there, I can still do that real quick. But I don't want to do it and not need it and have it all glued in there. All right, so let's set this to the side. Get the glue strings off. Okay, let's do our drumsticks. I just love this. I am so thrilled about this. If y'all had Ginger's foam sheet that she sells, it's Glitzy Creations by Ginger. But if you have it or you order it and the color that her glitter sheet is she calls it gingerbread, but it is like absolutely a perfect match. I was just thrilled. I'm like, never, you know, I couldn't have done that intentionally to match it up perfectly. That would have never happened. But ironically, the glitter gods was with me. Okay, now I do have some of our spare glitter foam sheet, little scraps. I told you I don't throw anything away, y'all, especially while you're working on a project, because we're going to use these possibly to go around the base where our glue and ball comes together. So I just have them stuck in, but they're probably glued. Okay, I was going to say, because I Mod Podged it, but it don't matter. Our stick is way bigger than this skewer. Let me get my comments pulled up, y'all. I don't know. I thought I did. I loaded it, but I didn't pull it up. I thought I did. Hold on, I gotta reload. Reload. Okay. Let me grab, I've got like a ice pick or whatever you want to call it. So, let me sit down. I guess I didn't reload it a while ago. Okay, we're there. So, as you come on, say hi, tell me where you're from. Please hit that like, laugh, whatever you want to do. Cry if you need to, you know. But, in the meantime, I do hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Oh, let me cover up this boo-boo of mine real fast. I'm sorry. I should have done it before I got on here. Y'all, if I do everything I need to. Oh, I thought I had that on mute. Like, what do I hear? I had it muted, but it ain't now. Barely on. I don't like, well, two, y'all don't need to hear me echoing in the background. And I don't know anybody who loves their voice on recording or whatever. This situation on live. This is about healed up, thank goodness. And it ain't been real bad. I mean, it healed up good, and I've had them, but I didn't have that burn spray either. It's been a long time since I've burnt myself with hot glue. Excuse me, y'all. This cold weather down here, it really has got me stuffy and all the things. I got just a little bit too much salve on this. Let me kind of smear it off. Okay. Okay. And if you're on the replay, you can still, what we call hanging a wreath on the door, which is the SHARE button. And some of y'all, you're in a group that, you know, they don't mind you sharing lives to. So if you can and you're able, that would be great if you can. It just helps us reach more people and more people see me and find me. Okay. Shirley, I need to know what kind of dinner we're having tonight. Y'all, I made some chili night before last because we had leftovers last night. It was, you know, chili's always better the next day. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I don't know if I want it again tonight. I mean, it suits me fine, but I started to fix me something to eat before I came on here, and I thought, it's going to be a cooking session. I don't want to do that. Okay. All right. Let me move this over. Let me hang down. Look, I'm still in my PJs, kind of bottoms. But anyway, get my eyeballs on because I can't see good. I can't see good up close. Okay, so I got astigmatism. Why not? So I got to have two different prescriptions for each eye. Why not? Okay, so I'm just trying to see. Let me see if I can make an impression with the stick. These are a dowel. Yeah, there we go. So see, I got an impression, so I kind of know where I need to dig at, so I don't take, you know, too much or too little. But these dowels are, I'm not sure what size because they're out of the bag. But let me just show you. There is pictures I loaded up on the post if you're interested, want to check it out. And it shows you the measurements and all that stuff. but it's just a dowel. They're 12 inches long. I got them from Walmart. I cut them in half, so they're 6 inches each-ish, you know. And I just used my little hand saw from the Dollar Tree, and it worked fine. All right, let's see. And then, let's see. Oh, yeah. I'm like, how far back? Hold on, let me do this right. Let me do it right. And I'm just going to hot glue this in. Actually, that did good. Just smush it on in there. I mean, you know, why not? Should be able to. I thought it was going to be a harder ball than that. Okay. And I did take a little bit of my foam sheet and cover the edge of the bottom of the dowel on the other end. And I took a little bit of glue and glittered just to give it a finished look all the way around, so there's no wood or like the edging of the and the back the edging of the two ends coming together on the foam sheet. I had it cut a little too long, obviously, but I just went down the same with the glitter, and we'll put it to the back side of the wreath. No one will ever know. They'll never know. So, okay. So now we got this together. Let me, I got this little piece of a, I don't know, table placemat or something. I may not, I don't guess I'm going to need that little scrap now. Who knew? You never know. All right, so let me take the ball back off, put my glue inside the ball. You don't have to overload it, but, and you could use super glue if you wanted to, but we're just going to go on with the hot glue. And I'm going to hold it snug together for just a minute until it cools a little bit. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all being here. This is so cute, y'all. I'm so excited. I don't know when you jumped in because I just now seen y'all up there. But, what, did I glue that one in? That one's fit in snug, which I dug that one out a little bit. So anyway, point being, I was so excited about my glitters matching. And again, the one I got that matches is called Tarnished by the Glitter Guy from the Hoblob. Y'all, this is foam sheet and that's my glitter. You cannot tell no difference in shade, color, or nothing. It worked out perfect. All right. So, now these are going to dry. I didn't need these little scrap pieces like I thought I might. But, you know, hey, we're not going to throw them away. Because they'll come in handy for something at some point. All right. Let's cut our ribbon tails. I'm going to do 12 inches long. And these are just boards I made, y'all. Nothing fancy, nothing to write home about, but, you know, I've had them for years. Many, many years. They work just fine. Okay. So I said I had 15 ties because this is a Hobby Lobby frame. It is a 15-inch, but it's only got 15 ties. There's 8 on the outside and 7 on the inside. All right, so I'm going to take this black and white. I guess it would be considered a, what you call it. All right, and I'm just going to do the same ribbons throughout the whole thing. All right, so I need 15. That's 4. 5. Hello, Miss Southern Bougie. You doing some amazing work, girl. Now I done lost my count. It's okay. Hang on. I'll count again. I do love you. I love snowmen for one. You can't go wrong. 1. And I'm so proud of you for getting your value, your worth. 2, 4, 5. How cold is it there in Texas? All right, that's 10, 11, 12. It's 66 right now, but it was like in the 34, I think, last night. It was pretty dang cold. Pretty dang cold. I said 12. I need 15, y'all. I don't know. I think it's 12 inches, I guess. Y'all, Miss Bougie there, her name's Anise. She makes some very cool handmade clay designs, wreath attachments and such. Very, very nice stuff she does. Very talented woman right there. Oh, you're so welcome, girl. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for saying hello. I'm going to try to get this finished up because it's for my cousin. My aunt's getting it for her, but I'm going to take it to her because she's at the hospital. Well, she's in a nursing home. She had a major stroke, but, well, them scissors bit. Oh, no, that's that other wire. I'm like, that was wet. Anywho, point being, squirrel. I need somebody who makes t-shirts. You know, I've done some in the past, and I know some of the, I don't have the actual heat press for the vinyl iron-on, but I want a t-shirt that says the squirrel is real. And the ride is still rough. I don't like this. Hang on. This is that silky kind of fabric material. I'm going to do a few at a time because otherwise it's going to like shift on me, and I don't want that, because it gives me, I don't like the dovetails when it shifts on you. So just do a few at a time so they're better looking. Y'all, none of these scissors cut nothing. I swear these are brand new. I started to buy a pair from Hobby Lobby again the other day, and you know, the best scissors. I'm like, yeah, right. I didn't buy them. But some of this wire really takes its toll on your scissors. But these are brand new. We're shopping for an old pie safe. Ooh, for the house. Ooh, pie safe. Oh, like a shelving, a cabinet shelf. I have one, but it's minus a door. It really could be. I didn't know, y'all. When I bought this house, the little old man that lived here, he was 88. Bless him. And he had to sell so quick because if he didn't get out or get into his retirement home, he would have lost his place, his spot. So I got the house for a really good deal. But he also had a Jesus table. It had 2 leaves in it. And my computer, I don't know what y'all are seeing, but it's way delayed on my computer. But he left me his table. I called and told him, look, if you're going to get rid of it, don't worry about it. For real, you know. Because one, it was nice. And 2, he's just going to give it, you know. So anyway, he left it, and it had a china cabinet that matched it. Oh, my God, it was beautiful. I gave the china cabinet to my daughter-in-law. I mean, my stepdaughter, excuse me. And so anyway, it's a very pretty matching set. But then my girlfriend gave me a little cabinet. We're limited. This one is not very big. I want to say it's probably about 2.5, maybe 3 feet wide, but it's only like yay deep. And it's got shelves, but it is missing a door, ain't gonna lie, you know. But they're glass, and it's got the light at the top. Well, so did that great big one from that old man I had. I didn't know it had lights in it, y'all. Because the other one that I've had forever and ever that came from my son's grandparents is actually my mother-in-law's mother. My grandmother-in-law. Good gravy. Can you spit it out something? No, I can't. But, hey, Sally. But my mother's looking for 2 cabinets to go on the side of her fireplace. And she's wanting something small, like a bookcase, if you will. But they've been going to a lot of housing, what do you call it when they have a yard sale? Not a yard sale, but an estate sale. Now, that'd be a good thing to do, Anise, is check out any local and all those estate sales. For real. We have a great big, what do they call it? Flea market kind of thing. And I could rent a space and put my wreaths in there. And my old man was asking me about it last night, other night, whatever. Anywho, he's like, well, I would put stuff in there with it, you know, put his manly stuff, tools and all that kind of stuff, you know. But I thought, well, you know, that wouldn't be a bad deal because I don't know what the cost is these days for a space out there, but it's a great big flea market. And when you go in there, you better have on some comfy shoes. It's like, it used to be our first Walmart back in the 80s. And then, of course, they closed and we opened up a super center over here, which is nothing super. But anyway, you know. Anyway, so that flea market takes up the whole Walmart, you know. So that's not small. Let me double check. I think I did 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need 2 more. 12, 13, 14, 15. 3 more. Excuse me. I can't add. Oh, thank you. Grr. I am in my my little house sleep pants I just bought last year at the Walmart when I was down there at the beach with my girlfriend. Because Walmart down there had them on sale for like $3, I think. I bought everybody in the family some. Anyway, they're very comfy. But I put on a long sleeve because it gets hot, it gets cold. Because we, you know, it's 66, but it was 34, I believe, last night. Well, I know it was. It was 34. So, but definitely check out some estate sales there in Nice. Hopefully you find what you're looking for. But my old china cabinet I have from my great mother-in-law, if I can spit it out, it matches my mother's bedroom suit that my mama had when I was growing up. Mama don't have it now, which is a shame because the cutout, the doorknobs, everything is identical. That's ironic. But I've had that cabinet in there, that china cabinet, gosh, since 97. I still got it. I've had to nail the backing. You know, the backing of the china cabinet is like a thin wafer kind of board. It's not wood. The body of it is, but not the backing. But I've moved so much, so far and back. I've moved it to Florida, Sarasota, Florida, all the way to Tennessee, back to Alabama. Been to Alabama 2 or 3 times, 4 times probably. For real, maybe even more, because I moved back to Tennessee, and good gravy, y'all. It should be able to walk from here, from Alabama to Tennessee by itself. It should know its weight. I don't know if I cut 3 or 4 that time. Anyway, I think I did 3. Y'all, in this weather, oh my God, my lips are chapped. It's freezing and raining. That's dreadful. Dreadful. We ain't got no rain. I don't want none. Alright, so that's the black and white one. What you call it? And just FYI, I haven't used this in forever because it's been up there, but I have this board that I have hot glued the styrofoam to many years ago, and it's still attached, but I put the skewers in there and to hold my ribbons because I had so many I was choosing from. I am not happy with this because it is much thinner than the original that I had from the year before. This is so thin. I hope it does okay, but all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I hate it's not as thick. I mean, it just feels thin. The other one, the original one, which you know, what ain't these days, y'all? For real. Everybody's trying to cut corners everywhere they can. It's sad. You expect the same quality. Get over that one. Anywho. Alright. Because that first one was really thick. Like this. And because these are so thin, I can take them and just do them all at one time. Okay. I want to take this to my cousin tomorrow. She's not but 15, 20 minutes away. My aunt was trying to tell me about the nursing home, and it's by the skating rink. And I had the bowling alley in my brain. And it dawned on me the other day, like, I used to take my son and all his buddies to the skating rink all the time. And they're literally a good 15-ish minutes. They're not far from the hoblob. But anyway. I told her the other day, I told my aunt, I said, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. My lip are sore. My lip are sore. Your lips. My lips are too, girl. I had to go to the doctor Tuesday, Monday. Had the doctor Monday for my eye appointment, and it was pouring rain. And then I had to go to Walmart. And then I was loading in the misty rain. It was miserable. And then I had my other, just a regular checkup at my other doctor's. And it was so windy and cool. And when I left him, I went to several different stores and such, just getting out and doing some things. But my lips are so chapped. I put some Vaseline on there so they'll get better faster. I do like Vaseline for that reason. So, there's that. Let me turn y'all this way just a little bit, and we'll get this on the wreath. Maybe I'll just turn y'all right over here, and we'll just do it there. Hang on, y'all. I need to see about getting another screw thing to hold my light thingamajig. Hang on, y'all. I do love my drumsticks. It's so cute. I don't care who you are. They're cute. Let me put this up. Hold on. They are cutesy. Cutesy, cutesy. And then my bow that I did make. I don't know if I'm going to make another one or just use the one. Like I said, it just depends how much space is left on here when we get everything that we have on it. Hold on, I dropped one of my pipe cleaners over here. Well, I hope everybody's at least warmish in their house. May not be warm outside, but maybe it's warm in the house. Alright. I'm just thrilled how that matched up. It's just amazing. Alright. Well, I'm going to do two. Well, I pulled out two at the same time. Alright, so I'm doing the same ones all the way around. So just take them and crimp them. And then we're just going to accordion it right in the center. Okay. Let's see how they look. I usually do a 2.5 and a 1.5, a 2.5 and a 1.5. But this is what we got. That's what I'm using. Because it just matches a little better, I think. As far as, you know, it being the, that pattern. My brain just goes blank, y'all. So, that's cute. That's cute. Oh, y'all can't see it. Hang on. See, that other ribbon's a little thicker with the glitter and stuff. But anyway, it's fine. Let me aim y'all back down just a little bit more. And if you need to, you can swipe your comments. Hello, Miss Snowy. How are you? What's your weather like up there? It's been cold. It's supposed to go back into the 70s, I think, tomorrow. Like I said, winter's about to be out and summer's coming back. But it's been cold for the last good 3 or 4 days for real. Like, butt cold. That chili I made was just in the nick of time, you know? Okay, we need to put I'm going to put the black on the back. I mean, it kind of don't matter, but anyway. She ain't said. She may have jumped off. Okay, so y'all, my hands, y'all had to bear with me. I'm so sorry. And this weather is making it worse because of my arthritis. But then I got my broken wrist and can't feel my hands anyway. And then all the other issues. Good gravy. The list is long. Okay. But I am going to alternate which ones. Well, I thought it was. Maybe I won't. I was going to alternate. Well, it kind of does. Because that way that one's next to that one. You know what I mean? So, you know, just kind of where it ain't the same ribbon touching each ribbon. Is all I mean by that. Colette. 6 plus 9. Yeah, thank you. 3. Colette, settle down, girl. 3, 6, 9. No. NC. I don't know. Where are you? I don't know if you heard me a while ago. I was asking where you were from, what state. Or if you're from the States, I assume you are. But, you know, can't assume all the things. I don't know if you heard me. I see you everywhere, though. Because we be watching the same people, girl. Okay, hang on. I do like them to be even. Now, that one I might have got just a little long because it looks like I did. Hang on, let me cut that over because that looks as bad as you can get cut anyway. That's why I don't like doing too much. Oh, my gosh. We have a damp 50s. early this morning. Just returned from a gorgeous Texas weather. Yeah, well, Texas had our weather too. Me and us in Alabama and Texas, we had pretty much the same weather. For real. You know. Of course, some of it's different. Of course, you know, we don't get the exact. But we still both have the warm. From Louisiana. Hello. Wendy. Wendy from Louisiana. Thank you for being here. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Hello. At least we missed the snow. Yes, I hear you, girl. I don't want none of that stuff. My ex-sister-in-law, she loves this Christmas. Y'all, she starts Christmas like everybody else, like September. But she was like, the other day she made a post about it snowing. Let it snow, let it snow. And I said, let it not, let it not, let it not. Hello. I hope y'all are having a good day. Oh, yeah, you said it, Louisiana. You look, I'm slow. Well, I should have done that backwards, too. Hang on. And no, I can't always. No, that was right. Y'all, confusing me. Making me confused. All right, we do want the right side of the ribbon showing. I'm kind of sad that this ribbon is not the same as it was before. Because the other ribbon from Hobby Lobby that looks just like this, it looks identical, but this one is much thinner. It's okay, but you know, it's not what I would not use it in a bow. Illinois' weather stinks, yeah. One reason we are moving next year. I hear you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Miss Wendy. I don't know if y'all, some of y'all are just jumping on. I bought some foam sheets from Ginger, Glitzy Creations by Ginger, and I just happened to have a matching glitter. You know, we did our drum, and I made drumsticks. I took the sticks and wrapped it with a foam sheet, and I took the balls, and I did Mod Podge the glitter. What to do with them? They're right here. But look, the stick is out of Ginger's gingerbread color foam sheet, and this is the Hobby Lobby glitter. Y'all, it matches like perfect. You couldn't get no closer. But this glitter is from the Hobby Lobby, and it's called Tarnished. Did you see my message earlier? I don't know. Where'd you put it? Hold on, I was going to show y'all this bottle of glitter. Because I know a lot of y'all do get some of Ginger's foam sheets. But this is from the Hobby Lobby. It's called Tarnished. And it's called from the glitter guy. Tarnished. Y'all, it is the perfect match to her. It just thrilled me the other day. Are you talking about Elmo's Live or what? Yeah, I would. My sister-in-law I was talking about before she was born. Her mother, actually, her mother was from Illinois. And their dad was from Louisiana. So I got Louisiana and Illinois in the house. And yeah, that was funny. It is nice there, Miss Snowy. The nice part is, it matched. Y'all, I couldn't have done that intentionally at it. You know how many times you try to match something up and you can't find it. It ain't happening. The glitter gods was with me, y'all. I was so floored. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh. I was in here just having a field day of happiness. I mean, all right. So, I'm very excited to get this finished today. And then get it to my cousin tomorrow. I want her to have it before the holidays, you know. She's had a massive stroke. And so, she's paralyzed on one side. And my aunt, when she's telling me about it, she's talking about her being in a nursing home. And I thought I was going to make this on a small wreath. And then I got to thinking about it. She's bedridden. And so I thought she's in a regular hospital bed, which means she has a regular hospital door. And so I called my aunt back and she's like, yes, it's a regular sized door. You do have her foam sheets? Yes, they're great. And no, Sally, I don't guess I did. I'm not sure where you put it. Sorry. And you hadn't answered, I don't think. Yeah, I couldn't believe, girl, I was so excited when I found that matched up perfect from a drumstick. I mean, y'all know how hard it is to find a match to something. I got a little fray right there I want to cut out. Okay. It's fine. Let's see. I was thrilled. And I bought that It was $2.50, I think. $2.50. Ginger had told us that Hobby Lobby was having a big sale on glitter. Yeah, it's $2.49. It's in the crafts. But anyway, I had bought that, I guess, because of that color, and which is not my typical, because if it doesn't, you know, normally go with what I'm using, then, but I guess because it had that little champagne-y color to it, and I have some things y'all, I don't know what I did to this ribbon. It's black and white when I cut wonky. Let's see, is that one? Both of them, good gravy. That's why I don't like cutting them. Especially these slick ones or the thick ones. Because you can't get them lined up and then they get cut janky. Did I do it right? Yeah. So anywho, I had to fix them. Can't send that out. I've got to have some, okay. I got to have some new business cards. You're clever. It was on Messenger. Oh. I messaged you back and said I'd be on shortly. I thought I'd be on sooner, but you know. You know how that is. But I don't know. If you said something after that, I didn't see it, girl. I probably was getting ready. And then I was looking up something about my truck. And I might have been doing that when it went off. I don't know. I didn't hear it, but they don't mean nothing. What am I clever about? I ain't clever. What am I do? What did I do? What I do? Let's see. I don't know why those look so far apart. I guess they are. They're right. I don't like they look further apart than some, which I guess the ties could be tight, closer than the others, because that does happen. You can move these ties that are permanently made to these frames. Sometimes they're really close together. See how close this? I don't know. Anyway, no big deal, but sometimes those ties will be loose. Sometimes they're too close. When you have any of your pipe wreaths that you make, you put your pipe cleaners on, or you got these already made. You got that turned the wrong way? No. They should, I don't know, show y'all. If you put your own pipe cleaners on, usually you're using a 12-inch pipe cleaner, right? Well, when you tie it on to the frame, then you're left with about 10 inches. Because it takes 2 to go around both of the Dollar Tree loop frames, you know. That makes sense. I probably am confusing you. Without show and tell. Anyway, there's a way you lay them over. So, like, if this was wrapped around your frame, and this is what you had left, usually it's about 5 inches at the top, okay? So, when you lay them over, that's where your next tie goes. Then when you tie that one in, you lay your thing over, and it goes, your next tie goes at the end of this. So every 5 inches, you should have a tie. So a lot of people don't know that, and a lot do, because a lot of people have never put a frame together, and a lot have. But even your work wreath frames, if they look too close, and they are, you should slide them over, because then your mesh ain't gonna be, hello, Miss Ronnie. Hello, Renee Bear. Help. Happy Sunday. Help. What you need help with, girl? Oh, matching the glitter. Girl, that just happened on a happy thought ending. Black Friday sales are coming out now. Great deals out there. Yeah. Smell is broke. Matching the glitter. I'm good, Ronnie. How are you today, girl? Thanks for joining. I appreciate y'all saying hey. Y'all be sure to hit that like, love, laugh, and hang a wreath on the door. The SHARE button. If you're in with groups that allow you to, y'all, that really helps, because a lot of people really learn who we are that way. Hold on, those needs to come up here. And we did do the 21-inch mesh around the base. And then I've got the blue, which is very thick mesh. And then this white mesh. It's not too thin itself. It's all very thick mesh. But anyway, here we are. See, let me show y'all something. Let me just give y'all an example. Right here, because I don't like that. One, this is flopping. Okay, which again, if you turn around here, you can see where it's twisted on. I'm going to try to mash that down with my pliers, because it's letting that flop for one. See how that just flops over? You don't want that. So take your pliers and crimp that wire down. I got to turn it where I can face it. Hold on. And sometimes I have taken another wire or a zip tie and went around the whole thing. So, definitely don't want it flopping like that, because that's not nice. That's not nice. Hang on, let me take this out, because I'm going to do that zip tie. Another thing is between your mesh and how many times you, that may have been loose, how many times you have it twisted, your ties, how many times you twist between your mesh and your ribbon can make it flop, because you've got such a twist around there that it's built up, and then so your ribbons are not close to your mesh, if that, you know, that makes sense. So be careful. And it's because this mesh is so thick, let me show y'all something. Hope y'all can see good. Let me untie it again. Hold on. If it does break, or you have one that does break, or what have you, or sometimes they're missing, just put you a zip tie or a pipe cleaner and go that way. But, y'all, there's always something more to mash down right there. I think I feel like as tight as I can get it. Okay. Okay. Pull that mesh out. You got 21 inches of mesh right here. I just ain't happy with that tie. I am going to go around it with a zip tie, because that's not making me happy at all. All right, so I'm going to take one of the little thinner ones. They're long, but I don't know. They're probably about 12 inches. Yeah. But use whatever you got, whatever you have. You don't have to have it that big. But I am going to go through it, I think. Let's see. Trying to see what way would be the best. Oh, well, hang on. I forgot. Because we got our red mesh. We've got the blue. And then I went around with that white. Let me see if I got that blue on there. Because that blue is something thick, to say the least. It is very thick. I know somebody just commented, I think. Hang on. I just got some awesome glitters from the Glitter Makes It. Oh, cool. I mean, I got glitter. Because Hobby Lobby had us. Okay, that's all I had to do was come back in there and tighten that blue one up. Now it's fine. So I just didn't have it tight enough on the very bottom. So I don't need my zip tie. But if you do, you do. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Look. This is going to a nursing home, so there's going to be a lot of people that's going to see it. And so, you know, regardless of wherever you're putting something or having, you know, your customer, you want to send out the best you got. And, you know, if you've done your best, that's all you can do. But you want to make sure that it's not wobbly, that it is. And that did it. I just needed to do that blue one in there. A little snugger. All right. But I also hang a card on mine on the back. I know a lot of people, I won't say a lot. I know people who have their own business and pages and gives a lot of advice, who says he would not buy anything else if I had my business card attached. Okay, so we went all the way around the bottom. But let me tell you how many times I've watched people who has bought things from people off of Etsy or Facebook or whatever, and they're like, oh, I don't remember their name. It happens every day. Well, I know I can't remember everybody's name either. And if it's not on my package or something, I'm probably not going to remember. But I hang my card on here. Let's see. That one. I just want to see if I can get it down tight. Now, the inside, I went with the black and the white. And on the outside, I just went with the white. Because I didn't have enough of black and white. But that's okay, you know. It changes it up. Makes it a little different. It's a Nutcracker, y'all. So anyway, like on a sign, he says, if you put your name on the back, then my customers are going to see your name. Hold on, I didn't get that in there at all. And he's like, I wouldn't buy nothing else if you did that. Because one, I don't want my customers to see that on the sign, which is in the middle of the wreath. Okay, well, you know, you can remove it. But, you know, I can maybe understand that a little more. But would I never buy from you again? I don't know. That's a little harsh. But he said, don't put your business card or name on nothing. I'm going to. Because I want my customers to be able to say, oh, yeah, look at her card on the back. You know, look at the card. It's on the back of her thing, on the back of the wreath. And the thing is I do put them in, I use my packing tape. And so I cover my business card with packing tape so rain does not affect it. And then I'll take my business card, tie it to the frame, and then I'll tuck it inside a poof. Or I'll tuck it between, you know, if I don't have the poofs, I just got the curls, I'll poke it back up in there, up under it. You know, it's not like it's dangling, but it could. But I do tuck it, but it's there. It is findable. Because I don't want my people not to be able to say, I don't remember her name. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. All right, but you know, you do what you need to do. Just saying. Everybody has their own opinions and things. You do what you think's best for you and your business if you got one. I've always done it. I've always put my business card on there. Never heard anybody say, I ain't buying that now because she did that. They may not even know. Because again, I mean, it's attached. You can see, I use like the old time ribbon that we used to have for Christmas back in the day, the little thin ribbon that you whoop and curl with the scissors. That's what I use to attach it. And then I can just loop it around and knot it off. But two, I do put the packing tape over it so the rain don't mess with it, that's clever there, Sally. She said I was clever with my glitter a while ago, y'all. But I do like to put it in the tape. Otherwise, the rain's going to mess it up first chance, you know. Or cold weather and snow, you know. Hold on, y'all. I swear. It ain't too bad, but we're gonna, I don't know, fix it. These scissors. I need some scissors. I'm gonna have to order me some. Somewhere, Sally. I gave Sally my new pair from Damon. Because I love Sally. Sally's in England. Okay. This one in. We're almost done, y'all, with the ties. I think this is a good choice, though, with the ties. The ribbon tails, rather. I wasn't sure which ones I wanted to use, so I had to debate over that one with myself. Do make sure you do twist the last pipe cleaner really good. Okay. Hold on. I think I smushed that one a while ago when I was trying to tighten up the other. Now, you can make your tails as long or short as you want them. I do rather like 12 or 13 inches for myself, depending on my method. Also, if it was a cheaper mesh, oh, these scissors, y'all. Brand new, ain't worth nothing. I swear. Okay, sometimes you got really nice, expensive mesh. You know what I mean? It's really nice, and you want that to be your showcase, maybe. Because there's sometimes I like my mesh really, really well. So anyway, and sometimes I really like the ribbon, and the mesh is a little cheaper. So therefore is one reason I choose to either make my ribbon tails bigger, longer, or shorter. Depends on what I want to showcase. Do I want to showcase my ribbon or the mesh? And in this case, I want both because they all have a statement. And they all say, Nutcracker. Can y'all hear it say it? Nutcracker. Sorry, they're good. Shush up. That's a little overkill reaction. What was overkill? What overkill was reacted? I don't know. Oh, the comment about gonna not buy from anybody again? Yeah. You know, some people are like that. I don't know. But, you know, their name's on their stuff. Their exclusive things have their name on it. Just saying. You know? Anyway, again, do you. Do whatever's best. And you have to. You have to do what you think you need to do. If you feel like it's going to hinder your business, then you just make sure that when you send them whatever, your card is in that envelope saying thank you for your purchase. I mean, you know, I do that. I've always handwritten a thank you note to my stuff with my designs and when I ship them. Hold on, I feel that one's way high too. Y'all, let me see if y'all, again, I want y'all to see because this is what I don't like. When you see how thick, I don't know if y'all can see it good. Probably not. I want y'all to see how thick that is. and how stacked it's stacked. And my tails look like they're way up in the sky, like, you know, flying high up in the sky. All right, so again, I'm going to do what I did a while ago, and that is to come in here and come down a little tighter on that blue. Even though I felt like I got it down there tight, once your wreath has set and you've twisted ties on it, that mesh will kind of squeeze down and together better because it's been in that position for a minute, in this case a week. And so sometimes you can get it tighter. So, you know, just make sure it ain't way up. That, you know, if you twist and then you put something on top of that twist, you got a twist up here that's really long, and so your ribbons are up here flying around by themselves. You don't want that look. You don't want that to look like that. You want it to all be snug as a bug in a rug. Get off. And I just kind of make sure that they're the same when I fold them. All right. Now, we used to, when I first started, y'all, it's almost been 10 years since I started. Can't believe that. Coming up this 2025 will be 10 years. Crazy. Crazy pants. Anyway, point being. I don't know. Forgot what I was going to say. Put in your card, yeah. No one's got, well, that's what I said. Well, you know, and I get, you know, if you got a sign in the middle of your design and your card's on the back, they might see it. So, but it, you know, it's not really hard to just take off. And if you got a sticker or something that's really hard, y'all, all you gotta do is heat it up with a hair dryer or your heat gun, and that label will come right off like no tomorrow, just come right on off. Yeah, he's a little drastic sometimes. But, you know, again, maybe, you know, certain people shouldn't. I don't know. I don't make signs. Well, I do, but not to sell. I am going to have to make one that says, make one that says Merry and Bright. I've went to 4 Walmarts looking for a sign saying Merry and Bright. I found one that's a little shelf sitter sign, which didn't make me happy. But they were sold. One store I know was sold out because I found where the sign should have been, I think. Anyway, 4 Walmarts and no one has a sign. I'm like, what the what? One of my girls here local, she's seen the wreath that, it's a grapevine that Nick's Seasonal Decor made. It's got the Merry and Bright. He did it in a grapevine, and he had these little picks in the grapevine. I found these, and these are $5 a piece. But I'll tell you one thing. Every one of them just about are messed up, like in this color. Can y'all see that divot in they're all that way. Every one of these that's this color has some kind of flaw. This one is like it. And I think too, now that I think about it, that color that rubbed off, that red, I bet it got in touch. But some of them had plastic around every bulb. I guess so it wouldn't. But that makes me think, if it gets rained on, is that going to make that discolor? But the sign should have been like a 10 by 10 or something. This is a little shelf sitter. But I don't know. And I've made many a sign for her and everybody, y'all. I use my silhouette to do my vinyl letters or whatever. And I always seal it with clear coat, spray paint. So it does fine. All right, we got just wait, 1 more, 2 more? I got 2 ribbons, 2 ribbons, y'all. And then we get to attach our nutcrackers. Nutcracker and drum. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what are y'all having for dinner tonight, y'all? Because I don't think I want chili again, to be honest. I do. I mean, it doesn't bother me. I know he don't. I got some freezer, like Salisbury steak stuff. It's probably what he's going to get. If I have to go in there to make something. Because, Samantha don't really want to cook. Yeah, I'm so tired of cooking. Tired. Okay. All right, now we got twisted over. Let's see. No, they didn't. Huh? I thought they were. Okay. Okay. 1 more. What are y'all having for dinner? That chili, I couldn't have had at a better time. I've not made chili. I don't think I made chili at all in the last 2 years. I'm like, dang, that was good. I get so burned out on the same old things. Just tired. I don't even want nothing. Nothing sounds good. Y'all know how many times I eat an egg sandwich or a fried egg sandwich? And when you have a fried egg sandwich, you better have some napkins. Because I don't cook them done. Roast beef. Been what? Oh, I've been sick all over, including when I was in Texas. Oh, Dollar Tree for holiday stackable. No, look. I was in Texas at Dollar Tree for holiday stackable. I've been looking all over. Pizza. Yeah, he's ate that. I have been looking all over, including when I was in Texas at Dollar Tree for the holiday stackable. What stackables? What do they look like? Stackable what? Snowman, trees, I don't know. What you talking about, girl? My Dollar Tree is supposed to be a Dollar Tree Plus, and I'm going to be real honest. The last and only time I really seen any plus items over there was during Easter of last year. And that was by, you know, they had just became a plus. And since I've not seen the next plus item at all. And I don't know why. And I've asked, and they're like, oh, well, we got another truck coming. That didn't matter because I ain't seen them yet again, still. Okay. Yeah. Is that done? That is done. All right, let me pull my tails a little better. Okay. All right. Let me hold y'all up and show y'all what we got so you can see the overall. That looks really cute. I don't care who you are. That looks good. And it's got the red that makes it pop. I like it. All right. So, let me get all this little wires and stuff up for my excessive ribbon cutting, because those little slick ribbons, like that black and white one, oh, they slide on me when I go to cut. All right, let's see. We got to prep our Nutcracker to do our staple. If y'all remember the peppermint one, don't staple here. Because I come in here that day and his mouth was going, ah! Because it pulled because the wire was attached. So staple in the back, staple on the platform, you know, that kind of thing. On his leg, anyway. I'll do it to probably right here if I can get my staple in there. And then to the back of his head. Don't do this. And I say that peppermint one took me for a ride. Snowman, trees, and gift boxes. Oh, okay. I don't know. I was thinking about snowman because I think I've seen somebody say something about those. But let me sit down just a 1 second. I gotta do my staple in here anyway. Whew. But I hadn't seen those stackable trees. The gift boxes, I didn't know they had. I didn't know they had them. Oh, somebody told me the other day. I think it was his mom. It was his mom when she come to get the horse sign and everything, and then tell me about what she wanted with the graveside arrangements. But anyway, she said you can get a catalog from Dollar Tree now, or for a while. I mean, whatever. But she had just found out recently, and we were talking about something about it, and I was looking for styrofoam. Anyway, you can get a catalog from them. I don't know if you can order it online. If you got a call, I don't know. I hadn't looked it up, but I was going to. But I ain't had time. I ain't took time. Now, I've been really busy. I've been on the doctors, the phones, the hunt, and looking for this, looking for that. Oh, I did want to show y'all what I did find, though. Let me show you what I did find. From Five Below. Because I don't hardly go into Five Below. Very rare. This might have been like my third time ever. But I went because someone said about the ornaments, the jewels. They're cute. They're thin, but they're cute. For $3. Oh, and I did get a finial kind of thing. I got 2 finials. They were $5. It was good. Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think this was the day. Yeah, but this was the day I lost my little baby dog. My old dog. That dog. See, they're kind of thin, but they got the glitter. And so both sides are, well, this one's a little like thicker, like the darker solid, where this is the see-through part, but then you got the gold. I mean the glitter, sorry. And then I got like a hot pink. And then a clear, silvery. They're all the same shape, but they do have the glitter. One side's clear and the other side's like the foil. So those were the Five Below. I got 2 of each. They were $3. They're called Giant Gems. Giant Gem Ornament. In case you want to screenshot it or whatever and see if your store has them. Be as still as I can. Okay, so, $3. Gem ornament, yeah, $3 each one. So, you know, I did want the blue because I thought about putting a blue with him, but I don't know yet. I probably won't. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let me show you the other finial. Now, these are just plastic. They're all plastic. They're not selling them online. Yeah, I thought it'd be cool just to have the catalog, though, because you might see something in the catalog that you didn't know, and you can still order, even though you might have to order a bunch. Okay, so these are, I don't know. Hang on, I was going to see if it told me I made it. Okay, they're 6 inches by 6 inch by 12.5, or 12.6. 12.6. So 12.6 by 6 inch by 6 inch. So that's really pretty. That's a pretty, and they got like the tinsel inside, like the sort of like Easter stuff. Hang on, let's see. The other one's blue. It's like a teal. But I think the tinsel inside is all white. But look how pretty. I love finials, y'all. For $5. And you could spray paint. You could spray paint it. You could repaint it. You could do it. Where's mine? That's almost like a purpley pink. Depends how the light hits. It's almost like a purple. Let's see. I don't think it says a color. Sally, I go back. I just want to show them to you first to make sure. It says 30 centimeters. It don't say, but it looks like a hot pink. But in certain light, it looks purple. I don't know. So anywho, they're really pretty. Sally, where's my money? If you want me to get you some, I do. If I go tomorrow to take this wreath, I will go by there because they're right there. No, they're in the other store. I think they're over there. They're over there by her too, though, because they're over there by both Hobby Lobbies. I think. But I think I went to that. I don't know. Just send it. Send me money. These were $5. The other ornaments were $3. You know, and then if I go to the Hobby Lobby, I looked at the Hoblob, and I didn't find the color you wanted on that ribbon. I didn't look hard, but I did look, and I couldn't even find what I wanted. But I did find that they had that same blue with the gold in a red and gold. It was red and gold or red and silver. I think it was red and gold, though. Like these, I think you wanted both of these. But they came in red, too. And I thought that'd be nice, but I didn't have enough money, really. So, you know, not to go crazy. I was just trying to find them green picks because I went to the other side of my town here. And hoping that they would have those green picks. And, you know, I got thinking, they did have green because I sent you green, didn't I? Like these. They're just out. Both of my stores are out. They had silver and the red. I think that's the only 2 colors they had. They didn't even have no gold. Or no. Yes, I did get gold from my other store. But no green. There's still no green. If you do, girl, you need to send me some money for real. You know, just get with me. Okay. The Nutcracker. Let me get a sip of tea, y'all. I wish y'all would tell me what you see right this second. What do you see? Do you see my hand or do you not? On one phone, my chair, I'm still leaning over here. On my laptop, you're going to get me in trouble. I'm going to get myself in trouble. Sorry, I was just, I've got my phone and my, what do you call it? I don't even know if y'all have heard me say that yet. Okay, hang on. Let me get my stapler. Let's get him mounted up. I do have super glue. should have done this so the super glue would dry. I didn't think about it. All right, he's blue and red. Hang on. Let's use red on both the back of his head, up on the crown of the hat, the base of the hat, whatever. And that way they'll blend in, you know. I don't think I got green. You may not have had green. They may not have, because I got to thinking, did I buy you some? Because I'm like, where in the world? Why? For real. So they may not have had the green. Green may not have been an option. You will now. Okay, you're fine. No. Yeah. Okay. All right, let me, I don't know, question myself again. Excuse me. I'm getting the hiccups, y'all. I'm getting hungry. This poor hair. His poor hair, y'all. I got stuff all over me. Okay. Let me put something underneath because his drum, I don't want to break that. Well, oh, duh. Hang on. Let me just use this felt. That's just something to instead of this rough mat. Okay. Hang on down just a little bit further. Okay. So I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and I'm going to attach it on the back side of here, which means I need to turn this way, which means my pipe cleaner needs to go up and down so I can straddle it with my staple. And I know someone asked me how they attached this to the wreath. Oh, I just now noticed he had a nick in his butt, in his leg. He's had, look, what is it? It's a flaw in the stick. It's a birthmark, I guess. I'll have to, yeah, you're fine. Don't worry. Oh, look, now, I'll let you know if I go tomorrow. I should, it depends if my aunt's available tomorrow. You know, so I have to get with her and make sure she's able. I just want to make sure I got this finished today before I called her and said, hey, you know, so, which I don't see a problem with it. I just need to make sure she's available. So if she's not, then I won't go. But she probably will be. Hang on, I gotta find my scissors. I do try to cut out the little fray parts when I see them, just to get rid of them, because, I mean, you know, just snip them, don't pull. Do not pull. Okay. Sorry. Hang on. And these are those 20-inch from Diamond Deco. So, hang on, because that drum is making them flippity flops. All right. Hang on, I tell you what, let me just do this so I can get it stuck and not be wrestling him. Now, you know, we're going to go right between the legs. Yeah, that's what she said. All right, you're fine. You don't think so? Okay, well, if not, it's no big. Oh, God, I hope it, yeah. He cut his finger a while ago real bad, his hand, and he wanted me to put some super glue on it, and the last super glue he used, he had the lid glued shut, and of course, I didn't do it. Well, yeah, you did. Because I always make sure it don't, just because of the way I do it. So anyway, hang on. I want to dab that down in there a little harder. So I'm taking a flathead screwdriver. See if I can tear it up. I don't want to take a hammer to it, but I maybe should. Okay. It's in. I just wanted to see if I can get it in. Look, if you need to take a hammer to it, use a hammer. Okay, so let's put a little more glue on top of our, because that did work in that peppermint nutcracker I did, you know, gluing that in. It worked good. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I closed that. All right, so let's put this one on his head. On the back of his head where it's red. You know, whatever color you need. I mean, people ain't normally going to see it, but if they was to be looking at him or something, I don't want it to be just standing out like a sore thumb, you know, with some random crazy color. So. Trying to make sure it's as center as I can get it. Okay. Hang on. is a round head with a square staple, y'all. Get his hair out of it. Get your hair. Get your hair out of it. Okay. That super glue will go down in them holes where the staple is, and that's a really good method that I really like. I've never really done that until Damon and his signs and such doing it. I thought, let's try it. So it did work good. So let me set this. I always stand them up, y'all. Barely put my lid on. You know, it's not down snug. But I've been having those that you know, it's more in a bottle, not a tube. I have one dried up, the lid glued to it. All right, so that's we're done on that. Let's see. Oh, we need to do it. I gotta figure out how I want to do my drumsticks, y'all. Like, do I want to put them over the drum? Drum. I need advice. All right, so let's twist these. Like I said, once let me set him over here. And then twist these. That's all I do. You could add a little more super hot glue if you wanted to. You could use super glue. But like I said, I don't know if I'll need this bottom one. So the question now, and I'll tell you another thing I've been doing. These glue strings, especially when you got your glitter foam sheets and stuff, use a paintbrush because it gets them little strings off real easy because, like, you know, it just grabs them. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Just saying. This is my Mod Podging brush. And yes, I've rinsed it, but they still get hard. But I can just move it around. Voila. I love this. I just think it's super cool. Super cool. So, back to my question. Do I want to just make them where they're laying, like so, on top? Or do I'm not sure if I want to do that or if I want to hang them in the wreath above it. I need advice. Who's all on here? Who's on? I see y'all watching in the background. I need advice. You know, I'm kind of thinking about like propping it up like this or something and attaching it to this, to the top. But I'm not sure. So, I know there's a few people watching in the background. I see y'all. Please say hey, and tell me where you're from. I'm on the east side of Birmingham. Welcome, y'all. Swirls, Decor. I'm Sam. Sam, I am. Welcome. Thank y'all for watching. But, I've got to decide how I want to attach this. I do think, what I might do is go ahead and attach this drum in. Let's see. Let's look at it on the design. Hang on. Let me get something here. I'll lay it on the wreath and we'll see how we think about it. Are y'all commenting? I'm going to say you're not because I see Sally's last comment. Okay. All right, come on back up. Let's see. Oh gosh, I about super glued him to my desk. Y'all, yeah, be careful with that. Okay. Be careful with that. Okay. And see, I'm going to twist this right here. You could take a piece of hot glue and felt, but I'm not going to worry about that because it's pretty stuck. All right. So I'm going to twist these again to get it off his blue hat. Get his hair out of it. I'm here. I know. I see you. Okay, so let me see. Can I lift y'all up further? I don't think I can. You're up as high as you'll go. Okay. Let me think. If I do him, I got to think about my bow and my drum. I could always put the bow toward the bottom, which would be fine. Oh, wait a minute. I do know where I want certain side to be the bottom. Because I had one little piece of weird mesh that I had to, hold on, that one okay? Yeah. Y'all sometimes these little floppity things make me worry. I do want to pull that mesh out if I can. I'm going to tell you, when you do these, pull it out as you let it sit or whatever, because once it's kind of stuck to its shape, that's pretty much there. Okay. I'll probably put little glitter balls on these end of these pipe cleaner things too. So let me see which way I want to do this. Okay, there's my long one. So I was trying to say which way are my long tails. Make sure y'all can see. Okay. And again, I haven't cut my tails yet. I did a couple of them, but let's see. I do want to pull that white one up a little further. That black one, I wish I had done on the bottom, I guess, but oh well. Here we are. Here we are. Let me see if I can pull it that way. Yeah. Because I want to separate my ribbon colors, like this pattern right here, which seems to, no matter where I go, there it is. Okay. I did take a piece of the white ribbon and tie in the center to cover up all my... Now, how in the world did that get to be that long? No way. No way, Jose. Hang on. That's the worst thing about pulling a glittered ribbon is you will mess up that glitter if you ain't careful. Let's see, that should be the top. Because then my short tails go up. My long tails come down. Yeah, I've not messed with this bow too much. I feel like... Okay, well that's fine. I don't like that black one. That black one is what I'd love to pull inwards. Let me see if I can. Some of these are not easy to pull, and some are. It does depend on the fabric. I got some of it that time. That's better. A little bit is better than... That's why I don't like making big loops. I don't like my big loops. I just don't like the look when I make them. I'm like, you know. Some people... I love a lot of people's, but not my own. Okay. I started making another one anyway, another bow, but I'm like, I really like this one. Okay. All right. So I'm just trying to see which way it's got to go. So where's that other mesh that I wanted to cover? If y'all remember, I had one odd one. Okay, it's right here. So take this odd one. You can't tell it, but I know it's there. You know what I mean? So there's that. Make sure your twist ties are out from behind your ribbon, because that will make them not lay right either. Okay. Look, Samantha sit here with something all day. Fiddling. Do y'all do that too? Okay, let's see. If that's my bottom, and I decide to put the bow at the bottom, kind of like up, but in the bottom. I don't know. Hang on. That should go down. I want my long tails at the bottom, so when I put it there, they're already down. I don't want to get it on here and then have to fight my ribbons. So let me do it now. I thought I had it more the right direction, but there's my short tail. There's the long one. I'm like, what'd I do? I don't know. I don't know. But here we are. I don't know. Maybe I need to do it over. Okay. Well, if this is my bottom, we're going to put our nutcracker I kind of want him on the right and the drum on the left. I don't know. Maybe more in the center. I ain't sure. So, see, I was thinking we could put the drum kind of like in the hole-ish, in the hole, and then have the drumsticks either crossing over. That, I think, looks really cute. That makes much sense. Let me just put it in and see how it looks. Hey, Dusty. Hey, I'm with you again. Thank you. Good, because I need some assistance. I hope you're doing okay today. It's been cold here the last several days, but hang on, it's going to be 70 again tomorrow. The summer's coming back, slowly. Okay, let me get my needle. I see my hair on me. I probably did. Y'all got hair coming out of my head everywhere. All right. Okay. I'm trying to decide on putting my drumsticks glued to the top of the drum, like so. But I kind of want them up. I don't know whether to attach them into the wreath, above the drum, or put them attached to the drum. So that's one of my dilemmas I'm having at the very moment. All right, so let's put our nutcracker in. I think I'm going to put the bow at the bottom. I'm thinking. All right, so I've got a darning needle, or the darn needle. Okay. And I just thread my pipe cleaner through there. It makes it a lot easier to go through all this mesh. Okay. Let's go right through here. Let's see. He's going to go there. Yeah. Just trying to make sure I like where I got him. I'm making my son-in-law a trash can for his car. I need one. I do have a Walmart bag that I always keep in the back seat, but I also dump everything out when I'm getting gas. So there's not always a lot of trash. I hate trash, y'all. I do. I'm like, get it out. Okay. Let me just kind of rope that around the frame real quick. Hold on. We'll tie it in a minute. I want to make sure we got him where we want him before I do all my work. All right, so just wrap it around your frame on the back just to hold him from falling or from the pipe cleaners coming back through. This weather's about made me sick. I ain't even gonna lie. My throat sounds bad. I've had a runny nose. You think you like it on the drum? Oh, I think that would look lovely on the drum. Okay. All right, so let's see. I'm going to come inwards a little bit. Well, it's kind of like same, but yeah. Not quite to the edge. I thought about putting 2 bows on here, and I might. Hey, y'all watching. Oh, hang on. Y'all, this mesh is so super thick. Oh my God. Why are you not coming through? You know. What the, oh. I don't even know. Because my pipe cleaner's twisted around it itself, which makes it not easy to pull through. I think. Plus my hands are weak. Get my pliers. Y'all, my hands are so bad. Most of y'all know that are normally here, but if you're new, I broke my left wrist at the end of June. I'm doing better, but you know, it's just weak. I did something the other day. I was opening something, and I twisted with that left hand as hard as I could, just trying to get some strength back, you know, work it a little harder. Because, let me tighten this pipe cleaner real good. I am going to go back through. I'm probably going to put some, like I said, some ornament glitter balls on the end of my pipe cleaner things, my ties. Okay, let's see. Let me come down. I want to get this fixed before I snug them up in there. Okay. So then I just pull it through the back. Get your darn needle out. And then twist it around my frame. And make sure I like him where he's at. How snug he is. Or if he needs to be snugger. And of course snugger. Because I didn't do it tight. Don't do it tight till you know you got him where you want him. No matter what it is. Always make sure. And let me make sure I Do my twist ties real good. Okay. I am going to leave them up because I do want to go back with the glitter balls, I think. Y'all just joining. I like it touching the drum, but also touching the wreath. Okay. Well, they're 6 inches plus the end of the ball. Let me see how overall inches that is. Now this, y'all, well, because I did push, okay, it's 7 total inches. Because I took a 12-inch dowel, cut it in half. I gotta turn this fan on because nothing but getting hot. One of my head's up here by all these flash lights. And they're LED. Okay, so anyway. But this is using the foam glitter sheet from Ginger's at Glitzy Creations by Ginger. And this foam, styrofoam ball, I glittered with the perfect. Couldn't have done it if I'd have been trying to. It's from Hobby Lobby. It's called Tarnished. This is on her page, and she calls this her gingerbread color. But y'all, it literally matches perfect. Tarnished by the glitter guy at Hobby Lobby. I got it out and I thought, oh my gravy. I had a field day in here. I was so excited because it all matched. Hold on, I gotta pull this hair up. Y'all, sweating. Hold on, my clip's under y'all. Hang on. Okay. And now, there ain't no time. I told Chris, I said, I can't go like, that's another thing that kept me a little longer than I expected. I was like, I look like a crazy woman. My hair was going in 20 directions. I'm getting my daddy's hairline, y'all. Not happy about it. Whew, that fan feels good on. I'll go in there and be cold here in a little bit. It is cold. Okay, so, let's see. Make sure everything's where you want it, how you want it, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. I guess I went that way, thinking that should have went that way, but it don't. Anyway, put your ribbon like it's supposed to go. Okay, so that can go up under them a little bit. That'd be good. And this ribbon from Hobby Lobby is not the same as last year. This ribbon here is thin to the wind, and it really saddens me, but it's fine for this. I would not make a real bow out of it. I would have used it in a bow had it. Y'all, it's like twice, if not 3 times thinner than the original from last year. And it's sad that you can't get the same quality, you know, as you did the past year. Anyway, here we are. All right, y'all, over here. Okay. Okay, so I kind of like where he's at. I think that helps him, like you can see him well, you know. Hang on, let me get this ribbon out from under his head. Let's pull it to the other side a little bit. All right, that's fine. This one's got to go that way, I think. Okay. Maybe I don't know. Hold on, it needs to go a different direction. I don't know. Okay. If I have to, I can glue it. You can glue. Y'all, I'm over here. I'm sorry. If I need to, I can take a little dot of glue and just glue just a little section where it stays where you want it, okay? Okay. Believe me, I've seen many high-end wreath makers doing it. I'm like, really? Okay. You know, you learn. I mean, I know you can, but I didn't know people were literally doing it. But they do. Okay, so anyway. I guess do whatever works for you. At the end of the day, because that's what everybody's doing. I'm like, really? Because I used to do that back when I started, but not recently. Okay, so I'm pulling him a little tighter. And I tell you what, I'm wondering. Hang on. Let me do him tight. Let me get my foam sheet. Don't fall off. Okay, that fell off. It was just my drumstick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pipe cleaner. I'm going to go around both frame outlets just because it'll hold it better and more snug than just going around that one. Or I'm hoping. Hear him? Hear him over there rattling around? All right, so let's see what that does. Let's do the same thing over here at the top. Okay, because I think that's why I put 3 on that drum, just because sometimes you need that third stability piece, you know? So I did do 3 staples in the drum, 2 on the side and 1 on the bottom, but I wasn't sure if I was going to use the one on the bottom, and we'll see when we get there, but probably will, just to help it stay not moving. All right, let's see what he was like. Get off. Look, we can fluff ribbons all day. Okay. Hang on, back up. Hang on, y'all. I got to get a new screw or something for this light. ring. I think it's just, y'all, so many years. I've went live since 2019. And I've used that front stand just about the entire time. Alright, so I will place my ribbons out of the way. But I think he looks good right there. Let me pull some of my mesh. Oh, I got another piece. I was wanting like another piece right here to help brighten him up a little bit. Alright, let me get the other drumstick I just dropped across the floor. Hang on, let me put, no, I need my needle. Hang on. Y'all, this weather got me hurting. It looks good. Hold on. In the background, hold on. Vicky, losing the Nutcracker. That's what I was thinking. A little in the background anyway. Give him a little more contrast to see him better. That's what I'm thinking too. I really was. That's why I was like, I feel you. That's why I was trying to get that ribbon out. But I may go in there with some other ribbon, like more white or something, to make him more stand out. Let's see. I used to be bad about doing stuff like that where it just blended. You know, you couldn't see my bow. You couldn't see my whatever I put in there. Let's see. What do I want to use? Y'all think of white? I'm going to have to open up a new mesh, but that's fine. You know, fine. I do got some, I don't want silver. I got silver, but I don't want to use silver. Hey, you know what? I got picks where we're going to put in there, y'all. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see how that does. See how fancy that gets. Hang on. Hang on. I got ice. I took some apart the other day, I thought. Well, I know I did. What to do with them? That I don't know. Hang on. Here it is. They're laying over here. They're laying over here. Hang on. Oh, no, no, no. Not you. I got all these little loose pieces of curly white iridescent pieces. And they're making the big, I need to rubber band them or zip tie them together so they're not just over there loose and grabbing a hold of everything. Let's see how these make it look or not. Thank you, Vicky. I'm very excited about my drum. I'm super excited that my glitter and my foam sheet matched. I was amazed. Like, really. The glitter gods. They were with me. Okay, let's see if this helps. Because I did have pigs out for him. That may not be in the right place, but hang on. Oh, he's over here. Sorry. Look, smells of... I need almost one of those cameras like the cooks and people have where the camera follows them every time they move. Let's see what this looks like. Now, these golds are a different gold than our drum and all that, which is fine. It all don't have to match because then it does really get to blending, you know. It's not hard to get it all blendy. And again, y'all always feel like these dang ties can just get tighter. I don't know. But it can. So if you can get them tighter, get them tighter. I do want to go that way. If I can get it to go. I'm squeaking my desk because I'm leaning into it. Hold on. Maybe like that. I like that too. All right. What do y'all think? The drum looks like that. Okay. Get this paper stuff off because it looks well from the back. Hold on. Well, leave it. Leave it fine. I don't know. I hadn't even thought about the pick part really, but I did, but I didn't because I was really wanting some green and hang on. I did. What did I do? Oh, I was using the green for the other gem swag over here. I think I'm gonna finish that gem swag and take it to my doctor. I just seen the other day. I asked him what color him and I said, "Is there a Miss doctor, you know. He's like, well, depends why you want to know. I said, well, I just want to know what kind of Christmas she decorates in. Like, what colors? He's like, I don't know. I said, is it like green and red, like typical, or is it like pink, or, you know? Yeah, he's like, I don't know. Look, doctor, you're a doctor. I know you can tell. He said, I guess I'd have to say classic colors. All right. Yeah, that's plastic. Well, that's not going in there real well. It's plastic. Okay. I don't know how I want it to be. I don't know. Let's see. Hang on. I don't know if I need to do this or put some mesh under him. I'm not really jiving this. I'm really not jiving that. Let me see if I go underneath this, the bottom of him, like how it looks or not. Because it's like a cluster of those little pieces. They're not spread out, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not liking it for real. I feel like I need to maybe do the mesh. The mesh. Let me just go under it. Let me just give y'all an idea. I don't know. That kind of looks a little Fruity Loop, don't it? I don't like that either. Can't say. I know. It's hard to see because I don't have y'all overhead. I don't like it, though. I'm just going to be honest. I don't like it. Not with that. I'm thinking maybe some mesh up under him. Let me loosen him up. Let me put these out of the way. Hang on. Let me unloosen him in a little bit. And that way I can get a couple of rolls of mesh, or a couple of things of mesh up under him. I'm trying to think if I got something else that I could use. He does stand out more by the black and the white, yeah. Well, you know what? I got some black and white. Hang on a minute. Let me think. I might could add more black and white. I think I've got a 2.5 ribbon left. A little bit of it. Hang on, let me look. I was hoping to find like a 2.5 the other day when I went to all these different stores. But I'm just trying to glance behind y'all. Let me see right here. I've got the 2. That one's more black. I do have blue ornaments I want to put on there too. Like small 3 or 4 ornaments. Oh, you know what I got? I did think about using, this is a 4-inch wreath, 4-inch ribbon mesh ribbon. Now I could go and kind of lighten it up with this. Let's do that a second. All right, so let's just let me cut a new section. Hold on a minute. Hold line. Okay. Let me just cut an even piece. Rotary knife, rotary knife, rotary knife, right where it belongs. There went my zip tie. Alright, so I'm just going to cut a new piece. Because some of this is righty from being in storage forever and a day. Alright, so. Oh, hang on, my computer's about to die. Put some white under him. Well, thank you, Sally. Okay, yeah, my computer was about to die. All right, let me look at this real quick, because I kind of like this, too, because it is got the black and white kind of, you know. Let me do this. Hold on. If I hadn't already put all my ties in, my ribbons. Let me see. Let me see. Hang on. Maybe. I'm trying to think, should I would have added it before the ribbon tails. Let me just kind of add it on top a second. Even see if it's going to look like we might want it to look. I'm just going to tie that in on top. Put him. Kind of get off. Settle down. Yeah, there's a hair about driving nuts. Okay. All right. I hear her crying in there. Lordy, y'all. These poor dogs. They are really having a time, I believe. Max, y'all, he really misses Dot Dog. Because they were always playing together all the time. They were always home together. You know, because Coco go work with Chris a lot of times. But, let's see. I'm just going to add a few little, like, swirls right in here to see if it will brighten them up. Okay, let's see. And then, well, his head's in the way. Move him. Maybe I need to leave him up on top and not push him in too tight. Because I actually just laid him over here and it kind of looks a little better, if you will. Like, literally. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But also, I don't know. Alright, but here we go. We're going to go back where we had him. Let's see. Hold on. Let me put a little more. Let me do this. Let's see. Okay. Y'all let me know what you think about this. I'm kind of thinking about going back around over what I just did, but I don't want it back up, you know, like I want to. Don't drop him. Let's see. Okay, let me do this. I'm thinking if I do like a big loop. Okay. This is just my top of my head, y'all. Okay. So let's just undo these and double it. Where to be a little more dramatic, if you will. You know. I don't know, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe if I did it that way. Hang on, let me see. I'm sorry, y'all. This is like, you know, thought process in the making, right? When you go to make and change, you never know what you're going to get. Okay, hang on. Now, let's see. I can put some more of this black and white check in there too. Let me see if I... Y'all, this right here is driving me nuts. It is still loose. I don't know if that's the same one I redid earlier, or if I just keep seeing them because they're loose. Like the stack is high, y'all. That mesh is so thick. Every mesh is on here is super thick. You know? Like literally. I feel like that blue can be down tighter too now. Like I said, once that has sat like it has for a few days, a week almost, that mesh does get to be, you know, set into that position that where it's bent and been tied together, that you get a little slack, you know, so you can tighten them back up a little bit. If I need to put white mesh, I will put white mesh. Y'all tell me what y'all thinking. They do. I know he does, for real. I think she does too. She's been in here under Coco. She's been in here under me today. I'm like, and the past few days, I'm like, why is she up my butt? But I think that's why, for real. Which is sad. You know, they miss their friend. But Max was here when all that happened. She wasn't. You know, so he's seen it. It's sad. Okay. So, let me put him back over here a second and see what that does or doesn't. Hold on, hang y'all back up a minute. Yeah, my back starts to thump. It does stand out a little better, don't it? Looks good to me. Looks good to me. All right. So, what do I want to do with this ribbon? Just cut it off. Take the wheel. Okay. Try not to cut the other mesh. Yeah, it is. That's ma'am, it is. All right. Okay, so let me put him back down in there. I think it looks better. It does brighten it up a little bit. And no, down here. I feel like it needed that. So, I appreciate y'all's input. Look, sometimes that's why I asked, do y'all like it? Does it need something? You know, sometimes it's easy. When I watch the replay, y'all, I'm like, oh, there's my error. Oh, I see this. Oh, I see that. You know, y'all can see a lot more in that camera than I can up close and personal sometimes. For real, for real. So, because when I'm watching the replay, I'm like, oh, that's what I need to fix. Or I see a place. Or I need to go make this better. Or do this or do that. You know, pictures. When I take pictures, good gravy. Every mistake or anything that needs to be fixed will jump out at you. Hang on, get my pliers. But I do take my scissors and my phone to take pictures because there's going to be some trimming involved. You'll see all the mistakes when you take a picture. So if you ain't sure and you got nobody to tell you, hey, that needs to be fixed or this, take a picture and then sit back and look at it. And look what, you know, it'll jump out there. It does to me every time. All these ribbons. Lord, bless them. Hang on. Got no time for games. Gotta get this did. Alright, get back over here. Oh, I forgot I did both. Yeah. And I think I might go back over or around with some more of the black and white diamond. What do y'all call it? I can't even think, y'all. We noticed pants. I just noticed pants. I've never... Yes, I know, and I'm sweating. Well, it's been 30 degrees here. It literally was like 34 last night. But it's okay. It's going to be in the 70s again tomorrow. Hello, Macromas. Say hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm not too keen about wearing pants. But when it's cold, y'all, it's cold. It's cold, it's cold. All right. So, let's see. Pull him back around and get these. I do like wrapping that around the both of these frames because that does give you a little more stability than just the one wire frame, you know. And I do try to use a crossbar a lot of times. Let me make sure he's where I want him before I tie it hard. Hang on. What you doing, Macamus? What are you rooting in down there, boy? See anything I can, Mama. Actually, that kind of looks cute. Let me, hold on, I'll pull y'all back up. We're going to know why Samantha needs a new screw for phone holder. That's a little better. I'm going to go ahead and put the drum in and stuff. And then, if I need to add some more of the black and white ribbon, I will. Because I do have some blue ornaments, so we'll see how those look, if we like them or not. You know, so hopefully that'll help brighten it up too, is my point. Hang on, let me pull this ribbon. Where'd I have it? Oh, it's right there, okay. Okay, I gotta shut this door, Matt. Oh, y'all, come on, Mama can't. Let me shut the door. You going in or out? You gonna stay in? Stay for the moment. He's got his phone going. I don't want nothing from the background. Y'all see the list of stuff that Damon's been accused of on the music part of the... I mean, it was a long post with a rap sheet of music that they were saying, Mac, that he had playing. And y'all know he don't play no music. I'm like, wow. That's just crazy. But, you know, of course, microphones and such, even on our lives, the voice can get enhanced. And so you can hear the background a lot of times. He's like, I don't want to go without you. Yeah, when I go to bed or not, I'm in here working or whatever at night, like I was with the drum the other day. And I don't know if y'all seen my first rhinestone adventure I posted. But, yeah, my Macamus. Anyway, he gets in here crying and he's bopping me with that big old snout because he wants me to go to bed. He don't want to go to bed without me. I'm like, go lay down. All right, let's see. Y'all, this poor light. Hang on. Oh, gosh. Sorry. I do need like a new screw or something to hold the light part tighter. Okay, so this is what we got. I think that looks a little better. All right, like I said, I can go back in with some black and white ribbon if I need to. All right, let's get the drum and stuff because Samantha's sweating. It's hot. I did put a pipe cleaner on the bottom, but I didn't glue it on yet. And if I'd have thought the other day when we made it, I would have put the pipe cleaners under the foam sheet, but I didn't think about it, did I? No, Samantha was just excited. Okay, so anyway, and then I stapled it in. We hot glued it, put felt over it. If I feel like I need to use this, I'll do the same. But I want to put it in and see how it looks before I do all the gluing and all that to that bottom staple. Because I just don't know. I'm thinking, though, if I come right in here with that drum, that too might help brighten him up. Hang on, let me pull these to the back. And that way I can kind of hang on to it and y'all can see how you like. Because I think that'll help it too, like brighten it up. But it matches his drum in a hand perfect, y'all. It just came together to be so cool. And I mean, I don't know, y'all. Very rare does things work out for Samantha. But, okay, so let's say, hang on, let me grab my pipe cleaners. Hang on. I know that bottom one's dangling. It's okay. All right, so we got them there. I don't know how I got these to match. But anyway, you know, we could have them coming upwards, have it attached. Where's the other one? It's around here somewhere. Here it is. You know, I could cross them over like such. And they'll still be, you know, 1 on the wreath, 2 on the drum. And it just kind of give it a little more effect, or, you know. Do y'all like that? I'm trying to hold it up where y'all can see it. Hang on. Look, it's not easy. Come here. Y'all tell me what you think. Looking pretty. Looks good. I did. It looked good. Okay, so y'all know what I'm saying. So crisscross them, applesauce them. I don't know. But do y'all think that helps brighten him up? I guess it's kind of hard to tell with all of it in the air, like you just don't care. I don't know, y'all. I know I need to come out of this long sleeve shirt, but I don't have. Do I have another one under it? I do, but I ain't got no, you know what on under it. Okay, so let me see. Hang on. Needle. What do I do with needle? Oh, gravies. There it is. Okay. So I do want to go through the mesh, because the mesh will keep your pipe cleaner too stable, if you will, you know, from sliding and slipping, and it just gives you a little more bite. Okay. Try not to curl them up in there. All right, so let's see. I'm going to go maybe right through here. Hang on. Whoa. I'll tell you what. Hold on, he's upside down. He's upside down. Hang on. Oh, that shit went the other way. Where's my, okay, I lost all my bearings there. I didn't know where he was or anything else. Good gravy. Okay. And we put the bow down here and the drumsticks. I think that'll be a great place right there. We'll go on with it. Hang on, where's my needle? It's on the table rolling around. Hang on, I'm getting pipe cleaners. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go around both frames. On the outside, on the inside. Pull it around. Hang on, let's see. Not overly tight, but snug. So it gets where I know I want it. There's my other pipe cleaner. And the other. Let's see, I might. Oh, I like that. I just like it. All right, let me see. Hang on. I'm trying to debate how I want to go in with these pipe cleaners, though. I probably need to go upwards. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know. Hang on. Maybe. Maybe. I may need that bottom one just because of the angle I'm going at. Hold on. Not tearing it, but I am going around just that one frame right here. I don't always go around both frames, but, you know, depending on what you're doing and how you need it and how it's going to hold it stable. All right, I am going to do this bottom. Let me get my styrofoam. I did have it right there. Right there. Okay, hang on. Y'all, my hands are so numb. Alright, so I'm going to do what we did a while ago. Just put a wad of glue right there. Take my felt. Don't let you bite. Don't let that come out. Don't let it come out. Don't burn yourself either. Was I ready? No. Almost. Look. Oh, love it that way. Oh, good. Hang on. Do use your little thingamajig. Yeah, I did burn the heck out of my finger, a week and a half or so back, whatever it was. Yeah. I was doing a bow challenge. It was week before last. I don't know. Yeah, the days and weeks. I can't believe it's almost, this Thanksgiving will be here tomorrow before you know it. Okay, let that cool just a second. Let me grab something to drink, y'all. I appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate y'all joining me. I'm thinking about, see, I had some little pieces because I was thinking about attaching them, but maybe if I hot glue and super glue these together, I'm going to wait till I get the drum in place and see how we want these. But, you know, we could offset it sort of crazy, or we could do it straight down, you know. Blah, 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 blah. I don't really want it like that, but I do want them like both together. And I do have a seam because I cut my foam sheets too big, so they're going in the back, but I did cover that with glitter just in case. But y'all, I can't believe how well those matched. All right, let me sit down just one second. Hold on, let me pick up the things I dropped. Where's the blue ornaments? I keep moving them. Oh, they're up here. Y'all, I've moved these things 400 times. They're old. I've had them for, like, they've been in my bin. But anyway, there's a blue sparkly one. And I thought that would brighten them up, too. And I do have, well, those are colored. I was going to put them on another one. Yep, they went one of my balls. We're gonna put these in there regardless because I want to be rid of these. I do love the blue. I love blue and silver, like together. And I was gonna do something years ago with these, and I never did. So no time. So two of them is just a glitter ball, and one of them has like the etching with glitter in there. Oh, that's pretty. I'm glad I looked at the bottom. Y'all, I'm so bad. First time I ever used an ornament, I did it like sideways, and then the part you really wanted to see, you couldn't see it. So pay attention, y'all, if you're like me. Hopefully you're not like me. Okay. That should be cool. I don't want to pull it too tight. Let's see, did I get it on there good enough? Probably not. Hold on, let me get it over here where I can see. Hang on. I didn't get enough of the foam over it. Well, I did, but I'm going to put some more. Hang on. Some of my foam is not glued. Like, you know, Samantha didn't want to get burned kind of thing. Hang on. Okay. Let's see. Golly, why are my comments way up yonder? Lord mercy. Holy moly. That's a lot of comments or some, I don't know. Okay, anyway. All right. So, I want that to cool just another minute since I just added that other hot glue on that end. I love this. I did use the bling rhinestones I had because they matched his. Because this is how his was. I did add the top one, but then we added these. This is foam sheets. And then they're black glitter rope, bling rope, and the foam sheet. I did put foam sheet on the bottom just so it would look finished, if you will. So, I'm going to see if I can just come through and down, and probably not. Probably need a needle. Don't know. Let's see. Yeah, let me get my needle. It's just so much easier that way. But I'm going to go one direction with one wire and another direction with the other. That's what I'm thinking. So, sorry, y'all. Hang you back down. Look. Smells all over the place. Okay. What? Okay. Let's see. And again, I just put that on the bottom on that hot glue. All right, so I'm going to go to the inner frame right here. I need to cut that mesh a little shorter right there. I didn't do that. The end of my 21 inch. All right, so let me trim that while I got it right here and in my hand. Hang on, because I don't like all that excess, y'all. I usually cut it off when I'm doing it, but obviously I didn't. These scissors. I need some scissors. Good gravy. Y'all, I am not kidding. Brand new. I just bought them. They are not, I can't find a decent pair from the store. I guess I'm going to have to pay Damon shipping. I just need a pair of scissors right now. You know what I mean? All right, let me get this hot glue and this hot mess. Y'all, I'm sweating. Sweating. I don't never wear this many clothes in here. You're a Gemini like me, girl. It comes down. Right? Okay. Okay, let's see. Needle. Okay, so I'm going to try to go a different direction. So it just holds it a little more stable. Let's go. Let's see. I went that way. So now I'm going to come straight down and try to get into this bottom right here. Where did that? Where did it? I feel it. There it is. Hang on. Y'all, have no strength in my fingers, my hands. They're horrible. Sorry. All right. If you ever go to slam a bedroom door, make sure you do it on the door knob side, not the hinge side. That hinge side don't give. The doorknob side does. All right, so I'm just going around my frame several times, and I'll come back and I usually put a little hot glue around it just so it holds steady, you know, but that's not always necessary. I do love it. I do love it. And it does kind of brighten them up a little bit. Hang on, let's get our, I don't know what to do with them. I keep losing my drumsticks. They're right here, y'all. I've got to have something to drink, y'all. I'm sorry. Hang on. Let me get my water. I ain't kidding. You are one of a kind. That's fine. Oh, thank you, Vicky. That is so sweet. You're sweet. I love you, girl. Vicky, you're a Gemini too, ain't you? I think you are. It seems like you said you were. I may be wrong. Maybe wrong. Been wrong a time or two. Okay. I think that is so cute. Alright, so I kind of feel like it should have went down. And I could still bring it down. You know, because the the sticks are going to be way up high if I do it. I don't know. What do y'all think? Should I bring the drum down a little bit? Because I'm feeling like I should. June. Yes, you're a Gemini. My mama's is June 8th. Yeah, I thought you was. I wasn't positive. All right, I do want to bring this down. Hang on. Let's see. Let's see. This upper one. Let's see. I do want to bring it down because I want it not like by his head. But let's see. Not sure. Not sure. Let's see. Let me undo the other. I think I just want it a little lower, like his knees, like it's around his knees, but you know what I mean. Just a little lower. Not up at his head. Come on. All right, let's see. Maybe if I come at an angle that way. That's too sideways, ain't it? Maybe like that. I feel like I'm getting everything too low, though. Too low. Let's see. Let's see. Well, the bow, I think I'm going to put at the bottom. That's what I was thinking. I mean, I could still put it at the top, but I think with with the drum and the sticks, and that'll help cover up that bottom. Just get it. That was my thoughts. I'm kind of thinking about making a different bow, though. I don't know, y'all. Now I'm so hot, I've got to go change clothes. I'm not even kidding. Y'all, it's so cold. Okay. I'm not jiving the bow down there. I don't know. I probably need a smaller bow. So I may have to make another bow. I think it needs to be smaller. Put your ribbon first. My bow. Make my bow first. And I don't know why that one keeps twisting. Is that same one? Because I feel like it ain't. I'm serious. They keep like, I can tighten it tighter. I don't know why, y'all. And y'all see me smash it as hard as I can down in there. Like, for the love of all. Hang on. I don't like no floppy tie. I feel like that tie, I mean, that's as tight as it can get. So why in the world? Hang on, I'm sorry, y'all. I know I keep saying sorry, like, you know, whatever, you know. It's part of designing. That's all I know. It's part of designing. All this mesh is so very thick, I kid you not, that it is kind of hard to get it tight. But I feel like I've done this on that one. I feel like several times now. I feel like. Could be wrong. Whew, I've got to go get out of this shirt. That is for sure. Y'all, it's so cold though. Outside, but I'm not outside. Okay, let me just retouch this drum. And let me look. I think I'm gonna go this way with it. I may be in the same spot I was. I don't know. That's all I know is I don't know. Alright, so it's on the back. Let's go. Let's go right here. I feel like if it's just a little lower, I'm just gonna make a smaller bow, I think, to be honest. Come on. I think I might come sideways with it. Hang on, let me just tie this around to hold it. I know it's a lot of ifs, y'all. This is one thing about doing it live. It's like, people thinking, well, she don't know what she's doing. Y'all, it's a hard decision to make sometimes. You know? I mean, I've never put a drum in a wreath. So anyway, if you're watching, I'm, you know, not inexperienced, just not experienced with a drummer on my wreath. I used to be married to a drummer. Not like no rock and roller, but he thought he was going to be one. LOL, you know, hey. He's a good guy. I was just young. Alright, so I should put my eyeballs probably back on, but no, that'd be too simple. That'd be too simple. Alright, so let's come through here. And that way it'll hold it. Hopefully brace it stable. Y'all, my poor hands. Alright. And this hand on my left, y'all, is so numb. It's so numb. Okie doke. Let's see what we got. I think this is gonna have to be. This is gonna be. Look, it's for my cousin. She'll love it. She will love it. She loves nutcrackers. I said, well, that figures. I do too. Good thing. Alright, let's see. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm so hot on coffee. With my needle. Let's see. Alright. Sorry. Okay, we do have the ornaments, like I said, so we could come back down here and add some ornaments, okay? So we'll do that too, and that'll look good. That'll look really good. That's really blinging in the camera. So that'll be a good thing. Alright, so I'm good with that. Let me sit down. Hang on. Hang on here. I think I need to make another bow. I may do that. Oh, great. Okay. Let me put some of this up because I don't need it. I don't think. I don't need that. Let me get some of this stuff out of my way. Now it's hot, y'all. It's hot. I don't like the frames. What frame? What frame? You don't like the frame? You talking about the twist tie thing? The wreath frame? I'm assuming, because I don't know any other frame on here except the wreath frame. I mean, I don't know. The ties are just like slipping a little bit or something. I don't know. I think it's just that thick mesh. Because that mesh is super, super thick. I don't know. If that's what you're talking about. I don't know. Okay. Let me get this out the way too. I can't work with all this up around me, y'all. I think the gold would maybe look okay, but I don't know. It's kind of clashing a little bit with the drum, but still. I don't know. I really wasn't planning on the pigs. So I just was hoping it would help brighten it up. Okay. I keep saying okay, like, you know. I might still go back behind him with some white mesh because I feel like he does. I think it looks good up close, but I know in the pictures y'all don't see it good. And I get it, you know. So, there's that. I feel like all these can be tied. I don't know. Maybe the ties are slipping. I don't know. Because I feel like I keep doing that. Alright, y'all. Hang the line. Okay. So I'm going to attach the drumsticks and the ornament balls. And then I'm probably going to let y'all go and I'll make a bow because I'm sweating. I got to come out of this top. Alright. I don't know. If I have to, I'll put super glue around them ties, which I was going to put the balls on there. But I do feel like maybe they're slipping. It could be the tinsel, because they're tinsel-y, which is like a, sorry. It's sort of like foil, you know, so it could be slipping. I don't know, y'all are either crooked or so, I don't know. Hang on. Let's go down here. Hang on, y'all. I do need to get it. I don't know if they can fix that little tightener thing or not. Okay, let's figure out how we're going to do our drumsticks, and then I've got to get off and get a shirt off, y'all. I'm sweating. These lights above my head are really hot because they are LEDs, and there's 3 of them. Okay, there's a certain to the back and a certain to the front. I want my seam to go in the back. I kind of like that. Dang this camera. Y'all, I am so sorry. It's old. It's been up there a long time. Y'all been hanging up there for a long, long time. I'll probably cost them a little bit more. And I can always tie it or glue it to the mesh. And that might be a good option. Alright, so let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let me turn it to me so I can get it lined up like I want. Let me aim y'all down a little bit where at least you can see something. Alright, so I'm going to put my ribbons back behind. I am going to bring my black and white ones this way just to help like brighten it up a little bit more. Alright, so let's see, he's that way. Yeah, that's right in his eyeball. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I need to go down. I don't know. I'll fix this later with the ribbons in his face. Okay. You know, there's a lot of touch-ups, but that's okay. I started to come on live yesterday and do some of this, and I got so hot and coughing again, and like a headache, y'all. I got a bad headache. Could you not put a little glue on the tie? Oh, yeah. That's what I said that. Yeah. Okay. Let me double check how I want it to go. So I'm going to come right here and put a little glue, hot glue on my drumstick. I'll probably put a little much, but that's okay. And we're going to do that. And once it's there, y'all, it's there. I might have got it smeared out a little further too. Dang. If you're using foam sheets, I'm just say, try to make sure it's where you want it. Okay. I kind of like it kind of not completely an X. So let me come right here and put a little glue. I'm going to do it on my drum and not the ball so I don't get too much. You know what I mean? But I like that kind of offset. And then I'm going to put glue to the 2 sticks. I may have to put some black glitter down there where I got too much glue then. Yeah, it happens. Especially in Samantha's world. Alright, so I'm going to put a little glue right here. You could use super glue or hot glue or E6000 or whatever you wanted. Let it dry good. Let it dry good. And then I'll probably like put some glue on my ribbon when I'm, you know, all said and done and make sure. Let me let that dry just a minute and I'll show y'all. Let me turn this fan up. Okay, yeah, it's hot. All right, let me hang out. Let me hang out up. Let's see. Let's put the blue ornaments on right quick while that's drying. That's gonna look. Y'all, I'm happy with that. Hang on. That looks so cute. I do want to do a different bow though. I'm gonna put some of this black and white in it because I don't have the black and white. So I'm just gonna redo this bow. All right. So anyway, there's that. Okay. I'm sorry if y'all are crooked. What was that? Oh, the blue ornaments. Okay. So let's see. I think. As I said, I think. I'm trying to decide. Let me bring my ribbon out. Ain't no sense in covering it up. I did like that right in here. Where did I stick that while ago? That looks good to me. Hold on, let's get our ribbon where we want it. I'm gonna go right in between them. I'm just gonna, I should have pulled that off. Let me do that. Hang on, sorry. Pull those little tips off, because if you don't, they could pop off and then there goes your ornament because you thought it was glued on. You can glue those tips on, but we don't even need it. So there's that. Get off. I said get off. Y'all, I don't even know. It won't let go of me. Oh my gosh, somebody wrote me a book. Okay, hang on. Yes, I'm live. I'm about done. Hang on, please. I'm sure you're hungry. It's the only reason he needs me. I will read the book. Somebody, hold on. Hold on. Well, who wrote? Oh, Vicky. Oh, y'all. Okay, y'all chatting. I was going to say somebody wrote me a book. Hello, Mr. Ball. How are you doing? Okay. Let me get the other. I got two others that are just plain glitter blue balls. So let's do them. I'm going to put one up by the drum a little bit. And then I'll probably put one to the right of his head over here. Let's just come in right in here. Let's put this one maybe over here on the side. Just to lighten that up over here. Hey, Cynthia, how are you? My Seahawks finally scored. Woo! And watching you, and then I hear you, girl. Yeah, we lost to poor old Oklahoma yesterday, who's 5-5, and we're 8 and, well, I think we were 8-2, 8-3. Let's say 10. Okay, be 8-2, I guess. Which now it's gonna be at 8-3, and they're 5-6. Anyway, Oklahoma beat us. Y'all, everybody we should have beat, we've lost. The ones we should have lost, we've won. I don't know, it's weird. But you know, we got a new coach. And of course, we don't have no pro team, y'all. Alabama is our pro. Alabama's as pro as we get. How you doing tonight, Cynthia? All right, let's come up here and put this blue one up here. Maybe right here beside his head. I think that'll look good. Looks good to me, y'all. Going in. I feel like these ties are loosening a little bit or something. And this frame came from the Hoblob, but they're tinsel. I've never had a frame that kept loosening, if you will. But I feel like I have went around and tightened these up several times tonight already. So I feel like it is the frame. Like the ties are slippy. You know what I mean? They're slick with that tinsel. I don't know. It's just weird. I ain't never had it happen. But here we are. First time for everything. Well, hopefully your Seahawks wins, girl. Go Seahawks. I have no horse in that race. And I ain't liking that either. Because you can see my seam. You see my seam. Not bad. Okay. Anywho, here we are. Okay, let's see. And actually, you don't have to put glue at the top. The seam I wanted straight to the back. And I didn't get it to the right back. I'm going to tear the glitter off. Hold on. We're just going to leave it be. Leave it be. Y'all know how many times you buy something and it's messed up from the store? a lot. So I'm not going to sweat my little new drumstick, but I am going to go back up under it a little bit with the hot glue because I loosened it. Shouldn't have, and you know, there's that. Oh, crust. Lord mercy. Well, I messed that up good. Samantha will probably be going over the top of this with some more glitter black foam sheets, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I just damaged it real good. Look, hang on. Y'all, I'm so hot I can't breathe. And then he starts yelling. Y'all. I don't even know. Alright, let me show y'all what I got. I am going to remake a bow, but I'm going to just do that here in a little bit because I have got to cool down. But I do love this. I did mess up my ball thing. I'll fix it. I'll probably have to put some black glitter on it, which will be fine. But in general, I think it looks really cute. I'm very happy with it. Oh, let me hold y'all up. Sorry. Hold me up. Alright. Doing the same. Okay, good. Well, I mean, as long as you're not worse, right? I probably would put some more white around him or a bigger black and white ribbon, you know? Same with my alma mater. My school was undefeated and lost 2 in a row. You know? It happens. You know, you can't win everyone. Yeah, we've won so much with Saban. I mean, look, we've been at the very bottom for a long time. And we crawled back up many a time. It's just like everybody else. You know, everybody, you can't be a winner every time. But I do feel like these keep loosening. I ain't even gonna lie. All right, so here's what we got. I like it. I love it. She's gonna love it. And when you're up close and personal with it, y'all, it really looks really good. Like, this is how it looks. So you see how you really can see. Look, okay, I'll fix it. But it's not like it's as off as you might think. You know what I mean? I know it's hard sometimes when you're not up close because cameras, y'all, it's hard to give perception to something. But I am going to put a bow. I might put 2 bows. I don't know. Now, that I will definitely put one down here. I could put one right in here maybe. Or I could just put it here and let it hang. So I might do that. Put the bow here and do more white around him. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to get out of these clothes and fix something to eat. Why don't you go and change and then come back tomorrow? I might. I was hoping to make her be able to take this to her tomorrow, but we'll see. Better than get that man better get that man some Hungry Jack. Well, I thought about it because I might have to do some heat them up little Salisbury steak because Samantha's not going in there to sweat because that's the gas stove. I'll sweat. But anyway, appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate everybody joining me. I really do. I appreciate it so much. And so, I'll definitely, you know, if I take it to her tomorrow, I'll definitely take pictures. I may come live and show it. But either way, I always take a video and explain. I talk through my reels, which Facebook really likes that. So, anywho, y'all, if y'all hadn't checked out my bling, my what do you call it? Rhinestoning. I could have done much better, and I could have learned what to do before I started. But anyway, it's okay. I'm going to redo the other side that I broke, you know. I should have started on the outside, I reckon. I was talking to my girlfriend who's done it. I said, I probably should have started on the outside. She says, probably. Yeah. Because I did the honeycomb. But anyway, my glue's a little thick. But, you know, you can't really tell it unless you really stare it down. But I was happy with it. But y'all have a lovely Sunday evening. Tomorrow's Monday. This Thursday, of course, is Turkey Day. If I don't see all of you then, and for whatever reason, because I know so many of y'all will be out shopping and all the things. But I will probably be live before then because I got 7 graveside arrangements to make. So, and I do want to finish the gem wreath swag up. Let me get y'all out of the way. Hang on. Zoom y'all out. Zoom you in. So I do want to add some more. I got some more gold and stuff to put on there and some other little regular Christmas ornament stuff to help pop because it's got some white in it. So anyway, I do want, and I'm thinking about taking that one to my doctor. Don't know. That or I might make him a smaller one. I don't know yet. But that one is pretty. I want to make a good statement for his wife because there ain't no better way to get your name out there. You know what I mean? So you want him to really do something great. And I don't want to put it up. But anyway, but that one is for sale if somebody wants it. This Nutcracker is sold. And then I have the 7 grape sides I got to do. All right, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow or the next day, I hope. And until then, y'all have a lovely day. I love the drum and those sticks or everything. Thank you. I really am happy with my sticks. I was so excited that I found matching glitter. If you didn't see that part, go to the beginning. And I did post a post about it. Like a reel, I think. Because I showed a bunch of pictures. Anyway. Night. Y'all have a great night. Thank you. Bye.